Welcome back. Here we are.
Welcome.
Once again, weird games, doing weird things. You know,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story here, young weirdling. It's Papa Weird telling you a story. I gotta find, where's my friends gone? I'm just gonna play with my snake here today. Alright. Tell a story to Mr. Snakey. Yesterday, Mr. Snakey, during the Baldur's Gate game, Mr. Snakey, we hadn't properly tested the background audio of the game, only the microphone audio. So guess what happened, Mr. Snakey?
Was it too loud?
There was none, because it wasn't coming across into the OBS software properly.
No.
So I listened to it, and it is a very weird and eerie thing to have to see all the gameplay with no noise, and you hear people reacting to, like, I mean, you don't react to the sound much, but it's the ambiance, right? So Mr. Snakey, we made a mistake and we're very sorry. Oh no, don't bite me.
Speaking
Is that Snakey noises?
of ambience,
yes.
Out there, you should listen to the FNAF 4 ambience to go to sleep.
What? No.
It's not scary at all.
No, I don't do any of that sort of stuff. I like to listen to, like, chanting, and I like to have meditation stuff on, so I can, like, sleep. What's that word called?
Meditate.
No, yeah, it's sleep. Sleep hygiene. It's good sleep habits, right? And so for me, having a little bit of meditation, a little bit of music, kind of helps, right? Where are we? Stop talking about this. What did we do? What did I do? I got all the rooms drawn that we did. Where were we back here? Right, we finished out the lists, right?
We did started the barracks.
That's right. And then we did the room for the barracks. That's over here. Yeah. So that's how they turned out. Okay. I'll probably, I'll scan all that stuff later on. It'll all go in because I'm making the more to scale map. Well, yeah, the more to scale mega map, yeah. Because this is okay, so that's what we had. That's what we scratched out. When did I scratch that out? I scratched that out before an episode as a very rough guide for us. And we've pretty much followed this throughout the first half of the month. And then that is what we ended up with, right? That's what we got, which is pretty good.
My water.
Look at our red dragon cage. We got a 10-foot sort of roadway that sort of snakes through the settlement here. It's kind of turning to be like
snakes through the settlement.
Yeah. Snakes through the settlement. Because it's kind of being a little bit more, instead of like some giant grand city, and it's not like necessarily some sort of small backwater hamlet. It's kind of a mix of the two. It's like a what would I say? You know how they do new development areas, and they're like, we got to put everything into the new development area. Yeah. All right, we'd have the housing place and the shopping center, and it's got to have like the service stations areas and a little bit of industrial place and stuff. We're kind of doing that, with it sort of all being central to each other. I'm not sure if it's too much on top of each other, but in a free-for-all, there's no reason why a dragon and the red dragons are so close to each other. In a world where those two were just able to just go at it, it would just destroy everything as you sort of fought through this landscape, right? But anyway, the one thing I wanted, that I cared about, was getting the lists to an average and respectable working distance. All right. I didn't want the lists to be too small. Okay, I was looking at it and I was thinking, I hope it's not like a 60. Imagine the two horses and they go trot, 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 and that's it. You need a really big one, right? They come in trot, 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 and then they hit each other, and then it's trot, 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 or like, I don't know, depending. Sometimes they actually go to fisticuffs and have like sword fights,
like chess boxing?
No. If you both say come off and there's an even point, I believe in some circumstances they'd actually like draw swords, and they'd have actual sword clash at the list to, like, I don't know, That's how I just imagine it. I know when they did the last night, which was a pretty good movie. I don't know how accurate that was, but they had them off at separate places, and you had to sort of enroll, engage with different sports. So you had the jousting here, which was what he was all about as a jouster, but you had to like make sure that you're placing in like the swords part as well, right? The man of arms combat. So you had to do both, whether he wanted to or not. So maybe
Mr.
just
DM.
yeah. Oh yes,
What
yes.
level artificer would I have to be to make a lightsaber?
How do you want to build this lightsaber? If it's Disney, then we'll just give you one. Anyone can have it, and you got the Force now. All right, I'm great. You're a lightsaber wielding person from day one. You're great and never had the Force,
No,
but
like
you're able to do it.
Like a lightsaber.
Like that, no, but that's the thing. They're not real lightsabers. They're just little energy battens, and then you like get hit and fall over for a day. One day, no, fall over for one day, and instead of having like all your belly, like right out of you, like yeah, not like Qui-Gon Jinn where he like melted it. Imagine having like it'd be like invert the microwave and then stab somebody with that energy, right? And have it as, instead of a physical force, plasma, an energy force, right? Stab somebody with that. That's gonna cook you. That's not good. That's why it burns holes through things, right? Yeah? Yeah, no, it used to. It doesn't anymore. Bloody lightsabers, whatever. Anyway, what are we talking about? Stop it. Stop it. Oh, I will get so toxic. Unbelievable. You're trying to instigate me. Here's our barracks. Here's the start. Look, all right.
Don't you need to pronunciate your S's?
I'm gonna pronunciate your S in a second. All right. Look, here we are. That's just my character. I don't have to be in character the entire time. What are you talking about? I can go in and out fluidly. All right. I'm that multiple personality about it. Okay. Now, shush.
Okay.
Follow along. This is what we had as we got the blank document here, right? And we got barracks working on first floor. Yeah. All right. These are the first two panels of that first floor. That's how we worked out. All right. Okay. So you come in from the lists off this side here. You got place for doing some interrogations and briefings over here. We got a training in a larger briefing room. There's that map room that you wanted. We got an administration office here for some people to do some stuff, right? Can't have enough bureaucrats in a plate like this. So that's what you don't understand. It's just that the bureaucrats here all have like swords and magic and stuff now, right? And can kill you.
Huzzah!
Okay,
poke, poke.
Sure. This is where we're going upstairs. Okay, so we'll get onto this later. On the other side, this is sort of like our recreation area, or our like, you got to feed the troops. This is where they sort of like yes, dining. What do you reckon? There's enough for like shifts. They eat in shifts. It's like, all right, boys, we got 15 minutes to chow down before the next lot come in. Don't muck around. All right. You ever seen a chef? They won't ask and say please, but they will expect you to say yes, chef, thank you, chef.
67
Funny relationship
chairs
that they have. There's not 67 chairs in there.
in the dining yet.
No, it's not. It's 2. Unless you're putting them on the other side as well.
No,
Are you?
67.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 20. 2, 4, 6, 7. 27 or so.
1, 2.
What are you doing? Are you counting it by whatever?
40.
They're 10 by 5, you put them in. Maybe you could sit them in, but you don't want to sit. Look, this is already close. Is this how you want to sit for whatever? How much space? This table's actually, this table's only about a 4-foot table, 4.5-foot table, right? Even then, do I want a 4.5-foot? I kind of feel like I do if I'm eating my meal, right? I need a man's space to eat a man's meal. Whatever. You got a problem with it? Sure. If you want to put extra people in there, you want to squish them in as much as you can, whatever. It's big enough. What have I got here? Oh, that's what we're doing today. Oh, so this is the area. You see what we did here. Where was it here? This is the area that we've done, right? So we've done 1, 2 areas. That's the start, the customs. We have the other one, right? Put it on there. This is the size here. We're going to have the barracks and the place for the Tempestia, right? The cavalry area. There's going to be the top barracks for the Grand Custodia, right? And we're going to have a matron on top.
Yes.
How does that work? And one day eventually, I'm going to have to draw all that up for the crew to actually play at the table. And I was like I was thinking with Tailspire, once we've got all this, all right, we can show it over there actually. Do you want to have a look over there and press over to the other screen and have a look at the intranets where I loaded up Picturetrons? All right, that's it. Coming into the next one. Yeah, flip over. Yeah, that's how you get it. There you go. Yep. Right. So that's the whole thing starting to come together at the two areas, right? Oh. Green dragon rock over there in its pit for the red dragon has, right? Yeah, sure. Everything there. So the bottom is where the barracks will go. Right, so it's coming along. We're getting there. We're gonna have a whole whatever.
This
like I
is
said,
where the barracks will be.
Yeah. Entry on both sides. One to the barracks directly, and one to the yards where they train and stuff like that, and the cavalry can come in.
Okay.
You see how it all comes together. Do you see? Oh my God, it's in my head.
I see.
It's like that song. It's in my head, and I kind of got to get it out. It's like that movie with the spiders, and he was looking in the mirror, and then he like saw the spiders, so he dug them out, and then that's kind of like my idea. You know, I'm like, this is my mirror, and I just want the spiders out onto my. Can we just do this thing? Come over here. Did you change the screen back? Change the screen back already? Are you there?
Huh?
Change.
What?
Yeah. Did I didn't hurt your brain. You're all right. Come on, it's all right. I'll stop talking about spiders now. Come over here. All right, great. So we're gonna do stuff today. All right. We're gonna keep moving on. We've got more barracks to do. All barracks today. All right. All hands, and your snake on the barracks. All right, let's go.
All gas on deck.
All gas on deck. I don't know what that means. that just disturbs me. All right, what do we... Hold on, I got my pens. You're taking the book, all right? Okay. You take the book.
Oh, you took the name.
I did. Look at me. I do. I have done. It is done.
You have done?
It has do it. All right. Can we just put that over there for a second? Let's get organized for the good people at home. All right, how do we look? So what are we doing? Barracks, second levels, right? What's it say in our book?
And armory and meetings.
Oh, this is a whole one. We're going to split it over two, right? So this is the A4. Look, I have put it here.
Oh, A4 and A4.
A4 and A4, right? So there's going to be one map. Some of them are going to be one map because there's a few things going on. We kind of might want to talk about them, separate them. Some of them are going to be just one map because there's not so much and it's just bigger workspaces. All right? All right, great. I love that we agree. I know, I love it.
I'll draw it all on. I'll draw it all on one side, and then whatever we need to write.
I enjoy agreeing. Why do I still have another one?
Side.
Get over there. All right, sure. What else? Just make sure. What one are we on here? Where are we? Here we are. What day is it?
18.
That was the 18, right? Mission prep, armory, meeting rooms. Is that what we've written on there? All right, sure. So this comes out from underneath that room. Have a look on.
Isn't today like the 26th?
I know. Here, look. So it comes out of here. This is the room we're doing south of here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do what I want on here. Armory. Is there another meeting room and maybe a training room, right? So where's the top here? And it'll have to come back around to here. You have an exit out the other side here somewhere, right? So there's going to be one big room here, right? With entrances on both sides or whatever. There's going to be another one down to the end of the hallway here. That'll probably be, let's say that one there's like the armory, right? Great. This one here is going to be where they maybe practice and train, right? Practice and train. Over here, and over here we have what, one big meeting room for like gather everybody in, like an auditorium hall, like you have at the actual
college.
School, college, right? Do you reckon we have something like that? Because we've got two other smaller rooms on the other side with a map room and a meeting room, right? Yeah. We just have one larger room here.
One big room.
One big room. All right. That means I need my special alcohol. Not for drinking, guys. Methylated spirits. We've already had chats about this one. It's not for the palate. All right. Does not go down nicely.
How would you know?
I've seen the effects. They talk about alcohol killing brain cells, but this will kill most of the other stuff as well on the way to the brain cell. All right, okay. This is not a thing you want to mess around with.
Doesn't this stuff?
It's essentially a poison.
Fires?
It's considered. Of course, it's highly flammable. It's poison. Look, it's written on the side of that bottle over there. All right, it's poison. So
say if I were to throw douse someone in it.
No, don't even joke about that. In game, maybe on in game, yeah, it's considered
if someone
equal
was
to
like
whatever.
breaking into my house,
If someone was I hope they don't break into the house. Sure.
If someone was breaking into the house,
sure,
hypothetically,
sure,
right? And
God,
then
this is horrible
I managed to I don't know, break their femur or something, and
what?
I douse them.
What?
And
At that point, you just run away. You know the whole thing about at some point you only defend yourself, and at some point it stops you being a defensive action and actually being aggravated assault, where you've already disabled the attacker, but you've subsequently caused like manslaughter and accidental or murder too or something, right? You know that's like the aggravation of it.
Oh.
I've told you about the running away already, right? And after the running away is the disabling of the like the limb, and then of the individual if it goes that far, and only then, if you can't disable the individual, do you ever go for like, oh, I take the methylated spirits and I pour it on them, and no, wait, DM, I started boiling the methylated spirits before I actually lit on fire. Like, you can't do that. That's not great. That's not, look, no, as your father, I'm telling you right now. Well, actually, look, if there was someone breaking in, maybe you can do that, all right? I might let you go, all right? I'll be like, girls, inside and lock the door. Boy, it's time for that metho trick. All right? Okay, and I'm not talking about the one with the loaf of bread. Okay, that's not good for you. Okay, so we've got an auditorium and a practice training room, right? So it's going to have like a square ring. Maybe this is a room with like a boxing ring. Maybe they do pugilistic arts or something. Maybe they have a fencing, what are those lines called? I have no idea. I'm certainly not experienced and trained enough in French fencing techniques to know what the mat is they run up and down on, right? You got that? What is this room? Oh, you got like an amphitheater. Why does it look like it's got waves of sound coming out of it?
No, these are all the seats, and he's doing like a lecture in the middle.
Oh, I see what you mean about that. Sure. All right. So we put this is here. So you're saying this is the back here, and this is where they present from with a little podium here, like that, right?
And there's like
and the seats go. Sure. I would have put them in rows in front here, right? Maybe, or I'd do it like they would do it like a school, where you put two boards at either end, so that you can, if you want, divide them later on. But if you want to just have one large permanently open room like that with rows of chairs, can be managed. Because at that point, it's kind of like a university auditorium.
Yeah.
You'd have stairs that come down like this, and it would be tiered, right? Is that what you're kind of saying? That you have to actually come down in rows? It's not really big enough for that, because you still got to work within the space. We're still only going to have 25-foot space. That would be better if you had like 250-foot space, like a large auditorium chamber like that. Or if you did it from one end to the other of this room, and it was on different levels, but it's not, right? So the best idea is like probably to have like a row, and then have a break in the middle, have a row, and then that break in the middle, and on the side here you've got like chests and cabinetry or whatever like that, and tables and stuff to prepare materials from. Yeah,
to make.
Oh my god, I thought we're doing a room. We're doing a room and all of its architecture. All right, so this is the two of them, all right? So you got to write over here. Okay, so this is the, so from that picture there, which will be put onto this page, draw your lines neatly over and say, there's a boxing ring in here. There's also fencing line, and write in that we have in the armory. Oh, this armory is going to be, this is on the bottom level, isn't it? This armory is going to have non-magical arms in here. All right, these are mundane. The magical stuff's going to be upstairs. All right, no magic. You got it. Write all this one in. Okay, boxing and fencing. Right, boxing ring and fencing. Sure. Great. Are you ready to move on while you write that? Yeah, we'll get that. I'll get another sheet. I'm gonna have actually look. Everybody, stay hydrated. We all feel it. I got my green teas back today. None of that heavy stuff, none of the chais. All right. None of that nasty purple drinking potion. Oh, it's lovely, but we can't today. Healthy option. Have you done? Have you written everything in? What do you got? That's your auditorium, right? You need to write auditorium on there, and large briefing room. Okay, auditorium, large briefing room, and on the armory over here, write armory. No magical items, okay? Maybe write it on this part. We've got armory, meeting rooms, train, and theatre. All right, so the meeting room is essentially that large theatre. They cross across, that makes sense. No Madge. No Madge in your stash. All right.
Did I spell it? Did I spelt it correctly?
No magic in your stashic. Yeah, that's how you spell magic. You've done well. All right.
Yippee.
Sure, yippee. All right, what are we doing next?
I think I added one
That's
too
two,
many
that's two.
O in
What?
room.
How many did you put in? Don't tell me you put 3 O's in a room. You wouldn't do it like that, would you? Oh. 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 All right, what does it say? What are we doing?
Training maps.
And what's... Oh, okay, so library, scrolls, training manuals, that's meant to be, and maps in there, right? So we've got a room that they're going to have for that. So this room sits at the bottom here, and when...
Ooh, they're both on A5.
Look, this one comes into here, right? Here. Okay. All right, so we got an entry over here. All right, there's no entry on the back, so there's one big chamber essentially. Because what we're going to have is probably a room about that big on either side. So there's going to be like a library for like some of their books or whatever, right? And this one's going to be the reading room. Okay, so there's going to have like several tables over here for reading maps and stuff on, right? So this will have maps and strategy tables, right? Maps and strats, and the library is going to have some books and stuff in it. All right, done. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Books and stuff, maps, sure. Training manuals and guides. That's what we're going to have in there as well. All right, yeah, map tables, very good. What is that?
One of the map table things.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And in the other end, all right, at about here, okay. This room here was once like, you know, they had a bronze dragon, right? Or brass. I want to be brass or bronze. Doesn't really matter to me. Well, it kind of does. They do have different attitudes. There are distinct differences in them. That's why I think I chose bronze originally. They're more likely to be in this kind of environment with like a military and being like adorned and worshipped and giving like sort of some warlike magical implements, right? That was originally how it was, but then they've been like subjugated, and this is where they've got like, okay, remember we had the skull.
Ooh, do I get to draw another dragon?
Wait, yeah, sure. Because in this one, they do have, like, chained very tightly, unlike the other one. And they got, like, just a door here. This is where they would have come in beforehand. Or maybe that needs to be a little bit bigger. How big would a dragon need to be able to walk through a door? I don't think it would have ever actually walked through. Maybe originally it had an exit out of this outside of here. Maybe there was originally an exit, and the exit's on this side. Oh, watch out! It pens. Just losing its lid. Over here was an exit, and that it came in and out of. Right, it was essentially able to be free, but they have like bricked it over. Right, they covered up the exit. So in here, yeah, in here is a bronze dragon. Okay. Bronze dragon. What do we want to give this one for a class, even though it can't use it and it's been badly treated and malnourished and doesn't... What is that? That doesn't look... It looks beautiful. No. Go ahead. Go ahead with what you're doing. Is that meant to be breathing fire? This one can't. Is that the whole body in there? That's beautiful. All right. Okay. So we have a bronze dragon that was once a mascot, but is now imprisoned, right? Once mascot. You got to write this down. Can you like, look, you need to write it. This is where I need to draw from later on with the information. Hey, bronze dragon. Words neatly, please. On it. This is the importance and the power of the book. All right. We'll get aside your spelling, but at least try and write legibly. Right. Once a mascot. All right. Once, O-N-C-E. Yeah, once was a mascot. All right. Sure. You know how to spell mascot? You on that?
Sound it out. Mascot.
Once mascot. Great. You English best. All right. So once mascot, but now in prison. Right. And treated badly. You know, deprived of everything. Proper food and life and friends and because it's sad. It's so sad. I need to drink. Tasty. All right, so once a mascot, in prison, deprived everything, not a happy chap. And in one corner, right, we already got the skull of the silver dragon, right? So in one corner is like, that kind of looks like a body and a neck and a skull of a dragon. Rah! Except it doesn't have the skull. Wipe that out. All right, so let's have a look. Okay. So this is the silver dragon. Okay. It's actually been left in here. Maybe it was in here once before with this other one, and maybe it misbehaved a little, and it was the naughtiest of the two, so they chopped its head off and left the body here so that the other one kind of didn't get any ideas to, you know, be a big fella about it, and now it's just stuck in here with the rest of the body. So we've seen where the skull goes, and this is where the body came from, and we still got a gold dragon out there somewhere. All right. So you better write down. Have you written it down? No head, silver, dragon, corpse. C-O-R-P-S-E, corpse. No head, dead silver dragon, corpse. Great. You gotta rub the head out. Where's the eraser?
This isn't the head.
What's that?
It's part of the neck.
Oh. I knew that. That made perfect sense. Same. That's totally the neck. Yeah, I get it. I'm down with that logic. All right.
Oh, I forgot to draw wings for the bronze dragon.
Oh, you need... those weren't the wing? Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we have a library on one side with books over here. So, and then they keep this just to sort of like, I don't know, maybe they draw magic from it. Maybe they just have fun with it to tease it, and it's just there.
If you do free this one, will it fight for you as well?
Yeah, this one's good. It wants to be free and be good. That's what I'm saying. We got to give it a class or something, right? What do you want a class to give it? This one could be a cleric of some particular form, cleric of war or something like that. I was thinking,
since he is so smart,
what?
Artificer.
No, we're not having dragon artificers, all right?
Wizard.
We've already had artificers. No, we're not doing a wizard, all right? That'd be less likely because this is a martial place where people fight and do stuff like that, even if they are the mascot. Also, dragons, once they start to tend towards get more magic-y, it turns them essentially evil eventually, and they get corrupt and they go towards being a Draco Lich, all right? So none of that. Just something good like a cleric or a paladin. This one could be a paladin quite reasonably of some draconic god of good, all right? Which I can look up like later. Okay. So do that. Paladin. Okay, sure. And the chain keeps his powers all bound down. Like 8, weren't they?
Level 8.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, if they can free this one, then he'll probably not only stick around, but, you know, maybe he'll be the one that tells them, oh, have you seen anything about the gold dragon? Where's the gold dragon? You know, right? That's the one that we really need to go out and find and free and help, right? And he'll stick around for that. Yeah, sure, great. How'd we do? Another 2 days already done?
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing next? Where are we at? Oh, we're gonna go upstairs.
Planning longer brief.
All right, let me see.
You're talking about my spelling? Brief?
Yeah, larger meeting rooms and stuff like that, planning and stuff like that. Larger. Meat. Oh,
Beef?
BL. No, that's B level 2. Barracks level 2.
No, what's this?
That meat. M-E-E-T. Meat.
Oh.
M-E-E-T. Meat.
Oh, I thought it was beef.
There's no B there. Where's the B? And that's got
like
where's the E? That's not. There's no whatever. And here we go. Yeah. F. B. F. Where's the F? There's no tail on the end. Stop it. Stop it. We're getting distracted. Stop it. Done? Are we done?
Yeah.
We're done.
Okay.
We're moving on. All right. Or you don't get the pencil back.
Okay.
Done? Good. Now, we come upstairs. Where's the stairs? Where's that page? Have a look at that page. Okay. On focus. Okay. Right.
Too far back.
Mindful. All right. Okay. So it's up these stairs. So in the back corner, You have to at least put a room for a stairway to come up over here, all right?
Okay.
So, are these one thing a room each? They are, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so draw your room here into this box, okay? So, essentially, it's all wall along each side here. Oh, look at that. Look on my table. Good work. Good work, me. Great. Funny. Whatever. Okay, so the stairs are over here, right? Stairs, 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 stairs. Okay. So this is where all of the Grand Custodia will be coming and training, and this is their realm upstairs. Okay, so it's going to be very similar to downstairs, but it's going to be off like this is the low. Yeah, that's the lower privates area, and this is the sergeancy officers and above area, right? Okay, sure. So what do we want to do on the first page? What have we got there? Larger meeting rooms.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Okay.
planning.
What is on the other side there? Let me have a look if I wrote any other notes in my books that I might want to do. What date was that one for the day? The 22nd one, wasn't it? Yeah, sure. This is one for, it should have been done yesterday. Okay. Planning and meeting larger. All right. So when you come up here, you have extra rooms that are like the other ones. We'll have to have another meeting room. We'll do it on the other side this time. We need a corridor. Right, and the corridor has to go both ways essentially. So we're going to exit out there. And we'll have a room there. Okay. So unlike the other one, we had it at the bottom. This one here, close to the entryway, we will have another meeting room, and we'll do it like we said for the other one. All right, we'll do a like that. All right, and we'll have an auditorium, a meeting room in here. Okay, with facilities. So this is where they'll get the officers and stuff like that, and the specialty crews to come in and talk to them. Whereas, you know, and then they'll go downstairs and disseminate information to the lesser ranks and stuff like that. Right, sure. Put table in there. Great table. What are we doing on the other side? Oh, planning rooms. Now, where was I going to put? I think I'm going to put room in for a library and stuff like that.
You already did the library.
No, they get their own, because this one actually gets magical scrolls. Instead of like military training scrolls and maps and stuff, up here they're going to have like magical tomes and wizards tomes and all that sort of stuff, right? And
so if you're a wizard now, you're finally getting rewarded after all your months of suffering?
No, we give them in one of the things. We put like 4 or 5 wizard books into one room in one of the towers or something, right?
Yeah.
We did do something like that. So they've had a chance to get a whole heap of spells secondary to the ones that they've, you know, can pick up anyway as they level up, right? So we can do that again. We'll have the opportunity to do that again. Okay, so I think it actually says, what's the other one say on the other side?
Grand Social.
Oh, okay. So I switched that around. Okay, yeah, sure. So that's where we'll do the opposite of like we had on the other side, because they're underneath it is the kitchens. Okay, so go back to this room, right? This room here will have the same deal. They'll have like like, what do you call the little machines? I should know in kitchens. And it's just absolutely went blind. The little elevator little machines that you put the food in and you send it up, and I can't believe it's gone from my head. Anyway, so you just open it up like a little cupboard, but it's whatever, and
is it like one of those dishwasher things? No, like one of the chutes where you chuck your dirty clothes down.
It's kind of like that, but it has a little elevator in that you can push stuff from one level to the other, so you can go and it'll go upstairs. And then after they take all the food out on their end, they sort of put their plates on and they bring it down, right? So it's a little elevator essentially, right? Like a little hole in the wall. So they're going to have one of those in there.
Let's make it right there.
Yeah, next to here or something, right? On that side, probably next to where the stove would be. Or this probably just this area here where we've already got a table. That's probably where they'd prepare it and send it up. Okay, so this room will essentially be an echo, except they won't have... Will they have a locker room up there? They probably will. They'll have their own separate place to, like, you know, go and do their business and everything, right? They won't necessarily share with downstairs. So essentially this area, we'll set out the dining room differently. We'll have some different shaped tables in here, and maybe we'll have like a different relaxation center or something, where they have actual access to alcohol and you know, right, put a fireplace in the top room. No, that's what you could put over here. So you have like, instead of the showers or the lockers right next to it where the store's here, you'd put like a sauna in here. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. So that's what, write that in for pretty much copy this room. Wait, I gotta put the lid back on properly. 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. Sure, write that in. And we can mostly come back to that later, right? Where is it? This one. Alright, so it is a copy of, what was it? Room
321.
321 to, I think it's called a deadlift. I'm not sure if that's right though. To accommodate.
Aren't deadlifts like
this? Yeah, that's working out. What am I looking? I'm sure it's just there. Anyway, to accommodate lift for food, right? Food and goods, and they'll have a separate kitchen up the top that makes the nicer stuff, right? Well, the downstairs guys, the regular infantry and whatever, I mean, they get slops. No, not slops, but you know what I mean. They don't get the nicer food.
They get the school cafeteria food.
The school cafeteria food's great. We all love that. All right.
The ones from the school cafeteria food from America.
I don't know much about it. I haven't been there.
It's bad.
It's the best, right? I hear they used to do lots of stuff with pizza. I remember seeing some episode, something on YouTube once about people talking about the, you know, the only good thing on the menu ever was like the pizza, as long as you could like get it before it was stale or whatever, right? You know, if you do want to get it at the end of the, I don't know, what do I know about what they ate? Do you know what I ate? Apples and sandwiches.
Cool.
Baked beans and stuff. Vegemite sandwiches. Yeah, I used to take Vegemite sandwich all the time. Good for you.
If any of the viewers are from America, they'll be like, ooh, Vegemite?
It's good for you.
Vegemite over there.
It's good for you. Where are we going to put the library then? Oh, that's for the next one. That's the one at the back, all right? And where they've got their Wizards College, so they'll have specialty training rooms in there as well. And then we also have the special armory. That'll be the tomorrow's one. So we'll finish out the upstairs. All right? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Good.
That's it.
Oh, that's it? All right, sure. Well, I'm gonna have to draw up those rooms to make extra meeting areas and stuff, and we'll have to do like a separate. The thing is, this next armory, we'll drop some magical items and stuff in there, and the library part we'll actually like do the same thing. Just throw in
a bunch of
those
scrolls.
books, yeah, no spell books and stuff, so they can actually get multiple spells at different levels out of there. Where we're like, you know, can have a handful of first, second, third level spells, but we'll put like some like 1 level 8 spell, 2 level 7 spells into it, you know, so the wizard can kind of learn and pick up some extra things that they might not think they want to put into their book on the first go, but might want to pick up later anyway, like simulacrum, all right, things like that. All right, I think we're done.
I know what we should give them in the wizard place. If you've been a wizard and you've been really, really good, like you in the altar of Lilith, she can grant you extra spell slots.
That's a bit much. What are you doing? Extra spell slots?
Yeah.
Now you're messing with the fabric of... Mistral don't like that. You're messing with magic too hard. The goddess of magic gonna come down on you. Hey, seriously. You're gonna get hit. But you don't like that sort of stuff. What, you're saying Lilith can just do it because she's Lilith?
Yeah.
And she's gonna go fight the goddess of magic? Do you reckon that's gonna be on? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Alright. Close the book.
Anyways, Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for staying around.
No, do the thing with the comments.
Oh yes,
no hassles.
Yes, no hassles. And I'll come over here and try and find the appropriate cursor. Stay weird.